Former Vice President Joe Biden had a bit of a slip-up over the weekend while speaking at a Democratic fundraiser.
I know I get criticized. I'm told I get criticized by the new left. I have the most progressive record of anybody running. If anybody who would run. I didn't mean it.
Following that slip, President Trump tweeted Joe Biden got tongue-tied over the weekend when he was unable to properly deliver a very simple line about his decision to run for president. Get used to it. Another low IQ individual. Well, in today's Wall Street Journal, they are reporting that Joe Biden is telling his supporters that he plans to enter the 2020 presidential race. Here to talk about this is Travis County GOP Chairman Matt Mackowiak and Tara Pohlmeyer from Progress, Texas. Tara, a new CNN poll already has Joe Biden 8 points ahead of his closest competitor. Do you believe, assuming he enters the race, that he'll win the nomination?
I think nothing is guaranteed. Right now, we're very early. We're almost a year out from the primary election. What I'd like to remind people to do is that this decision is up to them, and make sure that you're registered to vote, make sure that you're updating your address, and we're ready to hit the polls come the primary to make sure that we choose the strongest Democratic candidate to go against Donald Trump, our current president, who is known to be a con man and a racist. So we'll have to see what happens.
Matt Mackowiak, we've talked about Joe Biden before. If he wins the nomination, does he steal those Rust Belt votes in states from President Trump that he got last time around?
So I think he certainly has a path to doing that. And look, I think the president can be reelected. I also think he can lose. I would say he's about a 50-50 shot right now based on where he is. It's clear that the most direct path to 270 electoral votes for the president is the same path he used in 2016, and that would include Michigan, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania. If the Democrats can flip 2 of those 3 states, any 2 of those 3 states, they would block him from getting to 270. Joe Biden was born in Scranton. He is from Pennsylvania. Delaware. He was often called the 3rd Pennsylvania senator. So the presumption is he'd be strong there, and he could be strong in the Midwest. Look, he's the front runner right now. He wasn't the front runner in 2016 when he chose not to challenge Hillary. He has run twice before and performed very poorly in both those presidential campaigns. So I think he's going to enter here in a couple weeks after April 1st, and we'll see whether he can put the kind of campaign together that can deliver him the nomination. He's the front runner. Not sure that he's right where the beating heart of the Democratic Party is today.
Talking about that beating heart of the Democratic Party, Tara, over on the progressive side, do those voters, the people that support Bernie, the Kamala Harris, Elizabeth Warren, do they vote for Joe Biden if he's the nominee?
Now, I think Democrats, it's very important for us to, remain strong and find out who is our common enemy, and right now it's Donald Trump. And so I do think whoever gets the nomination, Democrats will turn out to support that person. That might be Joe Biden, that might be Harris, that might be Warren, that might be Beto, but we'll have to see. I do think that Texas is a battleground state for 2020, and so we're really looking forward to Texan voters in particular making their voices heard on this issue.
Matt Mackowiak, if it is Joe Biden, who is the VP choice that strikes fear into the Trump camp?
Well, I don't think any VP choice would strike fear, because most people don't vote for vice president. They vote for president. Look, I think, back to your question to Tara, I think that the progressive left does have some issues with Biden. They have some issues with Biden over the crime bill in the 90s and his vote there. They have some issues with him over the Clarence Thomas, Anita Hill hearings, which he chaired as Senate Judiciary Committee chairman. So we'll see where he ends up. You have litmus test questions on the policy side in the Democratic Party right now. Reparations, Medicare for all, Green New Deal, you name it.
Quickly to follow up on that, with that in mind, does that make a VP choice more important for him?
It could. I mean, particularly given his age. Look, he's 76 years old today. He would be weeks from 78 on Election Day. I do think he's going to choose probably a younger nominee. That's why people have talked about a Biden-Beto ticket as one possibility. They may want a woman on the ticket. We'll see. That's a long way off.
A lot is